Hi, David Goad here to talk about performance analytics with Sasan Jamshidi. Sasan, welcome.
Hey, lovely to meet you.
All right, well let's talk about what customer problem we're really trying to solve here.
One of the first things we wanted to address is the fact that it's really difficult for you to compare yourself, not only to the industry that you're in, but the other sizes of the companies that you might be a part of. So, for example, over here, we'll be able to see not only our current benchmarks for different key performance indicators, but all this information is coming from performance analytics to bubble up to the top of the industry. So for average time to resolve an incident, for example, you'll not only be able to compare that to other people inside of the education industry, but let's say, for example, what's the size of your company?
We have 1,200 employees.
1,200 employees. You'll not only be able to do that, but you can choose the size down here. This allows you to really put into context how you're doing in comparison to everybody else.
Well, so we have a single source of truth, and we get to know how we compare to the rest of the world.
Exactly.
All right, what
So
else
now,
do we get to show?
once you've identified maybe an opportunity for improvement and sort of a motivation for doing so, you can come on over to performance analytics itself and drive action within inside of your own organization. So here's an example of our mobile application where you could be tracking those same KPIs on the go. Once you've done that and you've drilled in and you've seen, hey, our costs are a bit high, for example, maybe now you want to go into a place where diagnose exactly why. So again, once you're inside of your platform, across the top you see those same
cool.
favorite KPIs across the beginning of your page here. But then in the middle, we're using our intelligent automation engine to provide advanced forecasting to get yourself a good idea of when you'll meet your targets for example, mean time to resolve or your open incident backlog. As you can see over here on the right, it looks like earlier in the month than expected, we're going to be meeting one of our targets. So we need to get ahead of this and take some action now. Let's go down a little bit further and see not only this information trended over time and whatever variables or attributes of our records we really care about, but we can highlight different areas depending on the visualization we use. Here, I'm seeing that a very large percentage of all of my activities are coming in as requests onto my service desk. If I've invested inside of a service catalog, this is a no-go situation. So I need to make sure that these are no longer going to be plaguing my service desk as a set of activities.
Wow, that's great visibility. So what other kind of business outcomes can I expect
Well,
from having this
in terms
capability?
of when you get this information, one of the things that you're going to want to do is provide some automation out to your teams so they no longer have to deal with this directly, so that they can go off to work on more strategic projects or really focus on other areas to maybe transform the business instead of sit there and run and operate it. So let's show how that might be done, at least to justify the actions. When you're choosing something to apply automation to, you actually have multiple different facets in order to analyze which of the right approach is the right one to take. So for example, you might want to choose volume in terms of the number of records that are coming into your system. You might want to choose throughput through velocity, or throughput through the actual age of those tickets and how long they've been open. But analyzing all three of those, all in an individual case, is a pretty challenging ordeal. So of course you can manage them and check them out, but using the same intelligent automation engine, we're actually able to rank those by the services you care the most about. Using that information in the underlying records, we're then able to focus your attention on not only the service, but the types of requests that are coming into your environment. So you can see right here, we have account provisioning types of requests, and we have account expired and a password expired, so you can then put these up onto your service portal to alleviate that work from your service desk.
Well, exciting advancements here in performance analytics. What are customers saying about it?
Well, they're pretty excited about the ease of use and how quickly they can come to actionable insights just like this. So
All right.
It's been pretty exciting here.
Well, Sasan, thank you so much for coming on and sharing the story. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.